For the next video, I'm gonna tell you 10 don'ts and 10 do's when it comes to making a presentation and doing it in a way that, again, it captures the audience and is memorable. Do not tell them that you're gonna get them out earlier or that you're going to rush because you don't have enough time. That's something that you just need to know. You don't have to let the audience know, because when you do that, really the message to them is that whatever you're about to tell them is not that valuable, it's not that meaningful, because you're just gonna rush through it, or you're gonna get them out on time for them to maybe get lunch earlier or for them to get to the parking lot earlier. Again, you don't want to dismiss what you're about to tell them, so do not tell them you're gonna rush. Instead, just go and engage with them. Begin with a story, begin with a prop, begin with something that is going to, again, tell them why it's important for them to listen to you, or what it is that they're going to get out of the presentation. The second don't is do not tell them that you're nervous. You might think that you're nervous. Most of the people in the audience will not even be able to tell. And what I've noticed also is that most audiences are really forgiving, that even if you make mistakes, even if you're nervous, they don't really care, because most of the time they wouldn't want to trade places with you because they're so nervous to be in front of an audience anyways. Do not tell them that you're nervous. Instead, just act as if you're actually having fun. Act as if you're not nervous, you're really confident, because what happens is that as you begin to act as if you're not nervous, your body and your mind begin to be in synchrony, and you actually begin to have fun. And then afterwards, you look forward to the next time that you present, as opposed to afterwards you're dreading that, and the next time you present and you're so happy that it's over. So again, don't tell them you're nervous, just act as if, and you'll have more fun with it. The next don't is do not ramble on and on and on and on, or try to give them too much information or too many examples. Instead, just be concise and speak about one specific idea clearly. It's best if the audience at least gets the gist of one idea than if you want to give them too much information, then at the end they're walking away with really nothing. The next don't is do not try to wing the presentations. Even if you've done the same presentation over and over and over again in the past, instead know a little bit about the audience that you're going to speak to, so that you can tailor the information to what it is that is relevant to them. And also it will give you a better idea as to maybe what stories to select and what stories to tell when you're giving the presentation to them. Do not hide behind the podium. Many times, if people have the option to walk around and they have a podium, what I've seen people do is they stand behind the podium and they're just looking to their index cards or whatever it is they have right in front of you. Instead, just walk around the platform, the stage. Now, if you have to stand behind a podium because maybe the crowd is really large and you have to use a microphone, do not hold on to the podium as if you're on a roller coaster. Instead, just use your hands freely as you speak into the microphone and you're looking at the audience. Don't look at difficult or distracted people in the audience, because you don't know why they're distracted, you don't know why they're difficult. I mean, maybe they did not have a good night of sleep, or maybe they're just not having a good day. So ignore those people. Focus only on those individuals that are not in their heads, those individuals that are smiling, those individuals that are engaged, because that's going to give you more confidence when you are presenting and you're talking to them. So don't focus on those individuals, focus instead on the friendly faces. Don't assume that they are going to be engaged simply because they pay to go watch you speak or because they're there. Instead, give them reasons why they want to listen to you. So a good technique that I always think about and that I always use is, in my head, I'm trying to answer the questions that they might have without them asking me. And usually one question that they always have is, why should I care about what you have to say? So as I'm presenting, I don't assume that they're going to be engaged. I'm going to tell them why they should be engaged and why they should listen to me, and why whatever it is that I'm going to share with them is relevant and important to them. Don't use just one style of presenting. There are actually three types of learners, three types of people in the audience. There's somebody who is more kinesthetic. This individual is someone that almost like feels things, has to practice, has to experience for them to learn, for them to be engaged. The second person in the audience maybe is more auditory. So this is somebody that needs explanation, that needs more melody in the tone of voice. And then the third one, and this is where most people are, is they're visual. So they want to make sure that they see you excited. They want to make sure that your PowerPoint presentation has really good graphics, videos, pictures, etc., so that they stay engaged. So in the presentation, you have to make sure that in your stories, and that's why stories are so important, that they have emotions, that your tone of voice changes, and at the same time that you embody the story, so that again, you're engaging these three types of individuals that are in the audience. Don't change your style based on who is in the audience or the size of the audience. That's a mistake that I've seen people make. They say, well, it's only 3 people. So all of a sudden they feel like they have to perform, they have to do something different. So instead, just be yourself. Honestly, that is the best way to be a great presenter, is be yourself. Do not try to emulate somebody, because more than likely that's not your gift. That's not how you do it anyways, and you're gonna come across as fake. So just be yourself. It's not about them, it's about what you have to give them. Don't expect perfection. Sometimes people just want to make it perfect, and again, what they envision, if it doesn't match how it actually turned out, all of a sudden they're beating themselves up. Instead, just give yourself credit for the progression that maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, you never even imagined that you'll be presenting to people, and all of a sudden you are. So give yourself credit, give yourself permission to make mistakes. If it didn't go the way that you intended, so what? The reality is they don't even know, because think about it like this. There's always 3 presentations that you're really doing. The one that you prepare, the one you're given, and the one that you wish you would have given. Now the audience only saw one. So the stories or the information that you did not provide, they don't really know that. So don't beat yourself up. Just give yourself credit and permission to not be perfect. Have fun, because what you have to say, what you have to share is valuable, and it can help other people in the audience.